Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm here at Hiroshima Station, but unusually I'm not here to catch a train. What I'm doing is I'm going to catch the express bus up to a place called Taishakukyo in the very northeast of Hiroshima Prefecture. It's a 3-hour journey from here, so first of all I'd better get some supplies. 3 hours on a bus is not something that I would normally do, but I have to say it's not an unpleasant journey. Quite apart from anything else, the views from the bus as we head northeast are really quite beautiful. I have to say the bus service is much busier than I thought it would be. I'm sure that most of the passengers are travelling for the same reason that I am. Alright, by the magic of video editing, 3 hours have passed and here I am in Taishakukyo. Taishakukyo is a gorge. As I say, it's in the northeast part of Hiroshima Prefecture. The southern end of the gorge, which is where I am now, is a lake. In fact, we can just see it, which was created when the gorge was dammed nearly a century ago. The area, as you can probably see, is famous for red leaves, although, to be honest, they're not that red, certainly here. Anyway, the autumn leaves are the reason I've come to Taishakukyo today. The bus service I caught from Hiroshima runs every day as far as I know, but it normally terminates at Tojo town. However, just for a few weekends, at this time of year, while the leaves are at their peak, or hopefully so, the bus is extended as far as Taishakukyo. It's difficult, although not impossible, to get to the gorge by public transport normally, so the special extension to the normal bus service is really very convenient. Anyway, I'm on a little hiking trail around part of the lake. By the way, the name of the lake, Shinryuko, means Divine Dragon Lake. To be honest, I sort of expected that the autumn leaves would be more brown than red, so a good mix of red, yellow, orange and of course green is in a way better than I was hoping for. It's been said that this year, because the temperatures have been so high for so long, the red leaves just generally won't be so impressive, and I have to say that certainly seems to be the case here. But yellow leaves, orange leaves, that mix of all the colours in green, that's fairly beautiful too. Anyway, this is one of 3 bridges across the main part of the lake. This bridge is called Shinryubashi, or Divine Dragon Bridge. This is the view from the bridge up towards the northern end of the lake. This bridge was originally the Momijibashi, or Red Leaves Bridge, which carries the main road across the lake. But when a new bridge was built to carry the main road, this bridge became redundant. Instead of the bridge being scrapped, it was moved across the lake to here, to form part of the walking trail. Apparently, it was moved to here from where it was before by floating it around the lake on a barge. Shinryuko Lake has 3 arms heading basically north, south and west from the central part of the lake. The Ryu part of Shinryuko means dragon, and it's said that the lake got its name because its sinuous shape evokes a dragon. Okay, I've walked a few minutes further on from Shinryubashi and I'm at another bridge. This one is called Sakurabashi, or Cherry Blossom Bridge. This is the central part of the lake, and you can see the new Momijibashi, or Red Leaf Bridge, in the centre of the picture now. That's the bridge that replaced the bridge which is now Shinryubashi. I hope you're not as confused as I am. From here, it's just a short walk to the central area of Taishakukyo. When I say the central area, I mean the place where the car parks are, where most tourists go. But to be honest, there's not really that much in terms of facilities. I think it's fair to say that the beauty of this place is why people come. And on a day like today, it certainly is very beautiful indeed. One of the facilities there is in the central area of Taishakukyo is a pier for pleasure cruisers around the lake. In fact, my bus ticket includes a discount voucher for one of these cruises, so I might try it later. Before that though, I'm going to spend a little bit of time just admiring the spectacular views. I think in a good year, by which I mean when the red leaves are particularly good, basically the whole of these hills is red. I've never seen it in person, but it must be quite astoundingly beautiful. Anyway, I've walked around the lake as far as Momijibashi now. The bridge in the background is Sakurabashi, the cherry blossom bridge I crossed just a few minutes ago. Before I get on one of the pleasure cruises, I'm going to wait here and see one go past, I think. They're fairly frequent, so hopefully I shouldn't have long to wait. And in fact, here's one now. I don't normally go in for things like pleasure cruises, but I think it might be quite nice to see the lake from water level. So, I'm going to go and make use of my discount voucher. In a way, it would be a waste not to. Just before I head down to the pier though, here's a pleasure cruise boat coming the other way. I think this one is heading back to the pier, in fact. I'd sort of imagined there would be rows of benches on the boats, but it looks like they're sort of open with tatami matting, so you can just sit on the floor. A bit unusual, I have to say. Still, it should be quite relaxing. Just before I do get on one of the boats though, I've decided to just make sure that I can find the bus stop for the bus back to Hiroshima. There's only one bus back and I really don't want to miss it. Coming to look for the bus stop though has given me the opportunity to take in these beautiful views as well. Right, I've found the bus stop so I can go and get on a cruise without having to worry. So, let's go and do it. Alright, so I'm on the pleasure cruise and just waiting for departure time. The cruise around the lake is about 40 minutes apparently. What I'll do is I will video the whole cruise and I'll put that in a separate video. In this video I'll just put some of the highlights. It's just a few minutes until departure now and the boat is really quite full. I've been lucky enough to get a seat or a space on the tatami mat, should I say, right next to an open window, which will be great for filming. I think I might be a little bit dissatisfied if I had to sit in the middle of the boat, not next to a window though. Anyway, it's departure time now, so I will be quiet unless there's anything to point out and let you enjoy the cruise with me. First, we're heading along the southern arm of the lake towards the dam itself. So the dam wall of the lake is just to our right now. Obviously, given that, if we went much further, it would very much cease to be a pleasure cruise. So we're heading back now towards the central area of the lake. You know, I came today sort of knowing that the red leaves were not likely to be so brilliant this year, but at the same time hoping that they would be. And sitting here on this boat now, looking out at the scenery, I have to say they probably aren't the best, but that doesn't matter. This is quite stunning. I'm really glad I came today. I will come to Taishakukyo again sometime when the leaves are supposed to be at their very best. I don't know when that will be. It may be next year, it may be a decade from now. But I will visit again sometime, and I will see the hills around the lake cloaked entirely in red. Having said that though, I don't regret one iota having visited today. It was a long journey, 3 hours from Hiroshima, but it's been more than worth it. This is spectacular, it's superb, it's breathtaking. So, we can just see Momijibashi coming back into view, which means that we are back in the central part of the lake. And we're just about to head under the bridge, with, once again, Sakurabashi in the background. From here, I think we're going to head up the northern arm of the lake. Just next to the new bridge, you can see where the old bridge used to be. Those foundations carried the old Momijibashi across the lake, the bridge which is now Shinryubashi. If I'm correct, we will end up passing under Shinryubashi in a few minutes. And there we are, Shinryubashi. If you remember, this was the first bridge on the walking trail around the lake, and it was the old Momijibashi. I did tell you it was quite confusing. I suppose it's worth mentioning that a pleasure cruise isn't the only way to get out onto the lake. You can hire a rowing boat, as those people obviously were doing, and I think there's also somewhere where you can hire kayaks. I don't really think I would be interested in kayaking, but a rowing boat sounds quite appealing. Maybe next time. Anyway, we're almost back at the pier now. I can certainly say I would recommend this pleasure cruise. It's been a very fun 40 minutes. However, with the cruise over, it's almost time for the bus back to Hiroshima. I hope you enjoyed this trip with me to Taishakukyo and Shinryuko today. Fair enough, the leaves maybe weren't at their best, but as far as I'm concerned, that really hasn't made a difference. It's been a wonderful day out. And hopefully I will be able to visit again next year, or the year after that, and again, hopefully, see some real reds. Have you ever visited Taishakukyo? If you have, please do leave a comment and let me know what you thought. Did you have good luck or not such good luck with the red leaves? Anyway, thank you as ever for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope too to see you again in another video very soon. For now though, goodbye, and I will finish with a few of my photographs.